Welcome to Lunch Break Live. Dr. Evelisse, take it away.
Hi, welcome everybody. Happy New Year. I am delighted to be here with you preparing one of my favorite meals. This is all year. I just love quick and easy power bowls. And these can be put together with a lot of ingredients we have left over from other recipes during the week or from our prep during batch cooking. So I just want to share with you a couple tips and ideas. This is actually inspired by the Kickstarter Kale and Grains Power Bowl, and I'm also adding some roasted sweet potatoes. And these are super, just very popular. So make sure you double or triple the recipe because they will disappear whenever you make them. So the first step to this power bowl is we need some greens. So the base of the power bowl is actually kale, but you can also use spinach, arugula. I love to add arugula to my power bowls because arugula is the queen of the nitrates. Like she's super high in nitrates, which in our body convert to nitric oxide, and it's good for our cardiovascular system to nourish our endothelial cells. So I love to add arugula and other cruciferous vegetables to my power bowls. So today I have some baby arugula all ready to go, and I also have some kale. So we have here, there's tons of different kinds of kale, and this is the curly kale. I'm excited because it's season for our local kale here in our farmers market. So I try to get local organic kale whenever possible. But I had to get this at the store today for the presentation, so it doesn't look as tender. Usually the kale that we get at the market is smaller and much easier to manage, but do the best you can. So right now we're gonna strip the kale here, and you can do that with your hand. And if you're not fond of kale, you're not preparing it right. Kale doesn't have a strong taste, but if you do feel like it's a little bitter or unfamiliar, all you need to do is add a little bit of lemon juice or other citrus. You can add orange juice or vinegar because that just neutralizes any of the bitterness of the kale. You can also lightly steam it or blanch it in hot water, and that will tenderize it as well. But I think the main trick, because I love to eat kale raw, is to massage it. So when we massage it, we tenderize it. It's softer and much more palatable. So we have here the kale. I just put it like together here in a bunch, and I'm gonna chop it.
And welcome again to Lunch Break Live. We are so excited. We have a partnership for the very first launch ever of what's called One Healthy World by Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Physicians Committee Food for Life instructor here, beautiful Dr. Evelisse Capó, who is also the founder of the Food Pharmacy. We're going to be hearing more about that as we go along. And I see that you've chopped out that gorgeous kale. Take it away.
Look at that. We have a bowl full of kale, and we're going to give it a little massage now. And yes, so I'm excited to be part of the One Healthy World. And I've been a Food for Life instructor for 15 years, so love my tribe, and it's an honor to be here with you today. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of apple cider vinegar here just to massage the kale. And you can do that with orange juice or, any vinegar you have available. I love apple cider vinegar because it's mild and has a slight sweetness to it, so everybody enjoys it. So when you massage your kale, you're going to notice it's going to start to turn even a little darker green. There we go. So that's ready for us. And you can add a little bit of sea salt. Also helps to massage it down. And then let me just rinse my hands.
I just want to give a little background on the One Healthy World program, which is free. It's a revolutionizing way to increase your health in 6 easy sessions, and they're all free and all on demand. This is so exciting. Are you looking for ways to approach diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or other health challenges with nutrition? Look no further. Support is one click away. Okay, back to you.
It is. And it's such a wonderful, time of year. Everybody's thinking of New Year resolutions, and what better investment than on your health. So just, take this program and we can answer questions that you might have, provide support. So it's a win-win for everybody. And I'm sure that you will love the content that we have that we're creating for you. So for this Powerball, going back to that, we're going to need some roasted sweet potatoes. So let me show you here. I have garnet sweet potatoes, and I'm keeping the peel on the sweet potatoes. I keep the peel almost all my veggies, my fruits and veggies. Why? Because lots of fiber in the peel and a lot of phytonutrients attached to that fiber. So we want to keep that as much as possible. So potatoes, carrots, even carrots, my guests look at me weird when we're cooking together. I'm like, don't peel the carrots. We want to keep all that. So I just scrub them a little bit and keep the peel. So I went ahead and I rinsed the sweet potatoes. I like garnet because they have just a uniqueness in the flavor. They're to me richer, and they are a little firmer than other sweet potatoes. I also like the white or the Japanese sweet potatoes as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut them. This is the recipe for the sweet potato wedges we have in the Cancer Survivor's Handbook. And ever since I tasted this recipe, I've been making it. This is like my favorite sweet potato recipe. You can cut them in wedges, sort of like a French fries, or you can cut them in large chunks, which is what I'm gonna do for this actual Powerball. You don't want to cut them too thin or too small because they do shrink a little bit. They dehydrate when you cook them. So you want to make sure that you keep some nice amount of flesh in there so that they will be a nice size when they're cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them into large chunks. And it helps. Sorry.
Please go ahead. I love all this nutrient information. Hopefully you're all taking notes out there because this is key for your optimum health. Back to you.
Yeah, so I was just going to say it helps if they're moist. So I just rinsed them right before the video for the seasonings to kind of stick to the sweet potatoes. Okay, that was all I was going to say. All right, so I'm going to cut these up.
Now, we have a question about sweet potatoes. Are they low glycemic?
Yes, they are. Even though they're sweet, they're low glycemic food and preferred for diabetics and everybody in general. And not only that, they're super high in antioxidants. You see that dark orange color? We have beta carotene. So, we do want to consume sweet potatoes all year if you can. All right. And they're a great base for many recipes. Even we make these cheese sauces, like the plant-based cheese sauces using sweet potatoes. So I'm going to put my sweet potatoes here in this bowl. And now we're going to just combine the seasonings for this recipe, which is very easy to remember because there's only basic 4 ingredients. Technically 5 if you count the pepper. I do salt and pepper together. But we're going to do equal amounts of cinnamon, cumin, and garlic powder or garlic granules. And for the amount of sweet potatoes I had here, which should be 3 to 4 medium sized. These were 3, but they were a little larger. So we're doing, and I should combine these in a separate bowl. Let me just get one before we season. We have a little bowl here. We're going to do half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of garlic granules. And then a quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper and optional quarter of a teaspoon of sea salt. And with a little spoon or your hand, you're going to just combine all the condiments here. And we're going to season our sweet potatoes. We want to preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I use convection baking whenever possible. It speeds up the cooking and everything cooks more evenly. So if you have that power, you can also make these in your air fryer if you like. You do have to watch though, because if you do use the air fryer, it's going to be less than 25 minutes. If you use the convection oven, it'll be about 20 to 25 minutes. If not, then if you use the air fryer, probably around the 15-minute mark. Okay. All right. So after we bake these, this is how they look. These are our roasted.
Ooh, those look so scrumptious.
And the house smells delicious. So again, these I would double or triple the amount. All right. So the next step, I went ahead and cooked some quinoa. So these are going to be our grains, and we know quinoa is the mother of all grain. Even though it's not a grain, it's actually a seed. It's a complete protein, and it's also gluten-free. And what I did here was I combined the white quinoa with the red quinoa. And I just love the color and the richness, but you can just use plain white quinoa or red quinoa, or even use rice. So you can use brown rice, you can use millet, you can use other grains, or mix them up. Sometimes when we're switching from eating a lot of rice and our family may not be used to eating quinoa, what you can do is combine the quinoa with the rice, slowly start to incorporate the texture so that they get used to it. And there you go, then you're set. The next ingredient, we're going to use some beans. Now I have here black beans, cooked black beans, about 2 cups. I'm doubling the recipe so I have more. And I don't like to just add plain beans to my power bowls. I like to lightly season them. So what I do is I take any vinegar I have available. I have apple cider vinegar, and this is to taste. So it's hard to say. I do about a tablespoon for that amount. And I add garlic powder, onion powder, and I have a homemade seasoning blend that I use, or you can use a little bit of salt and pepper to the beans, even though we're making a dressing for this power bowl, but I always like to season my beans. It's a Latino thing.
You know, I just realized that you are you're the director of culinary and Spanish content for the T. Colin Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies, as well as teaching and facilitating for Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine in the Food for Life and Complete Health Improvement programs. Wow. And also you're heading up or being part of this One Healthy World, which is being offered in multiple languages as well. This is very exciting. I guess it's one of the first times it's been offered in Spanish,
Yes.
French, Mandarin, English for India, as well as English. So 5 different languages. Yes.
Very exciting. So I'm part of the program that's being offered in Spanish. So please join us. And if you know people that are looking to change their lifestyle, eat better, eat healthier, and they speak Spanish, please send them to our link so that they can join our sessions. And thank you for mentioning my role as a director of culinary and Spanish content for the T. Colin Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies. We have many resources. We have recipes as well as articles, and we also offer webinars a couple of times a month on different topics. So we'd love to have you guys join us on some of those as well.
Love it. Okay. What do you have there?
I have here some tofu. Now, this is not part of the original recipe, but I always say, you know, these power bowls, you can include pretty much any vegetable or even, you know, our meat substitutes, which we think of tofu as a meat substitute. And if you've never had tofu, super easy. You don't need any special equipment. I've never owned a tofu press. I just open the container, drain it, and season it lightly, just like I did with my beans. I do a little bit of garlic, and I have my home blend of seasonings that I use, turmeric for some color, and I cook these in the air fryer for just 12 minutes. So that was super convenient to do. Since I had it, I'm just showing you what I would typically add to my power bowls, and some peppers. So I have here bell peppers. I have red and orange bell peppers.
Okay.
And
back to the tofu, though. I really want to bring this home because a lot of people ask about tofu. Can you please break it out for folks so they can understand how healthy tofu is indeed for all body types? Take it away.
Absolutely. So tofu, it's made out of soybeans. It's actually, they make soy milk and then curd it into tofu. It's another soybean-based product such as tempeh, and perfectly healthy for you. Don't be afraid of soy or tofu. And tofu has a very mild flavor. It doesn't taste like anything until you season it. So it's a great blank page. So you could add tons of garlic, oregano, or you can make a barbecue tofu, or you can make it like a buffalo style tofu. You can season. The possibilities are endless. And what I love is that it has a consistency. Some people, it reminds them of chicken or of eggs, depending on how you cook it. So it's very versatile, and it's a great source of protein. What else can we say? It's good for you, and it actually protects us. Some people think that tofu has estrogen, and it doesn't. It has phytoestrogens, like soy has phytoestrogens, which are actually protective against having an excess of estrogen in our body. So please embrace the tofu.
Okay, real quick, how did you cook the tofu? Have questions about that. Yes.
So all I did is I cut it up. It took me, the prep for this was less than 5 minutes. I cut it up. I added garlic powder, onion powder, and I have an adobo, which is a blend of my own spices that I make here at home, and I added some of that. But again, your favorite seasoning or just a little salt and pepper is fine. And turmeric, I add a sprinkle of turmeric to give it some color, and I put in my air fryer at 450 for about 12 minutes. That's it. It was really simple. If you don't have an air fryer, put in your convection oven or in your oven and just bake until it's firm. Now, don't overcook tofu or it'll get chewy. And don't cut it too small too. If you cut it really small, it'll start to dehydrate in there and be a little chewy. I've learned my lesson over the years.
Okay, great. And we have a tradition here with Unchained TV that we invite our chefs to do a blender dance. So you're more than welcome if you are going to be using that blender.
A blender dance. Okay.
Yes. Or it can be movement of any kind, because, of course.
Movement. Okay. That sounds interesting. I'm up for the challenge.
All right. Sounds great.
Okay. So I have here some mango, fresh mango, and you could use frozen mango as well. And we're going to make the sauce for this power bowl. So that's what completes the power bowl. We have the greens, we have the grains, we have the beans, veggies, and then a sauce. So I'm going to do about, the recipe goes for 3/4 of a cup. I do about a cup or less. I'm going to keep some mango too and add it to the power bowl. You can do that. Next, we're going to add, the recipe calls for hemp seeds. I didn't have any today. I'm using sunflower seeds, but you could use hemp seeds. And it's about 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds. And next, we're going to add a juice of 1 lime. And I have here, we don't want to spill the lime. And what else? We've got, you could use lime or vinegar. Then either green onion or shallots. So I'm adding here the shallots. And I believe the amount for the shallot was, I'll tell you in just a second, 1 tablespoon. So we don't need that much. We don't want to overpower our sauce. Next, we have some mustard, Dijon mustard, and the amount for that was 1/2 a teaspoon of the Dijon mustard. All right. As well as, what's the last one? You can add a little bit of water. I usually blend first and then start adding the water, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. You could also use coconut nectar or date paste. I use a lot of dates in my cooking, but it depends on where you live and if it's available. So I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of water, just because my mangoes are on the greener side. They're not as ripe. So I want to make sure we can blend. Let's do the dance.
Okay, everybody, let's go.
All right.
That's right. That's right. We are here live on Lunch Break Live, everybody, on UnChainedTV. We got a blender dance. Move with us. Why not? Let's get moving, y'all. We have a collaboration here. Pop it in. We love it. How much fun was that?
How much fun is that? Lots of fun. All right, so we have our sauce there, our mango sauce. And I'm gonna actually add a little bit more mango. And optional, you could add either cilantro or some basil in there just for a twist. I have some fresh basil in my garden, so I'm gonna add a tiny little bit. Optional. And let's blend that one last time. Another dance.
Love it, love it, love it. Oh my goodness. We are so excited about the One Healthy World program, you all. You can find it on the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine's pcrm.org/One Healthy World. You can sign up now, sign up your neighbors, your friends, anyone who's curious about being healthier. You can jump in. It's so exciting. Find out all about it there. And back to you. This looks so fresh.
All right, let's put together our power bowl. So we have here, we'll put some of the kale, and then I'll add some of the arugula for the base. There we go. And next, then we're gonna, and you can be very artistic. My girls are much better at decorating the power bowls than I am. So I'm gonna do my best. It'll look as pretty when I do it. Actually, we need a little bit more greens in the bottom. So we're gonna take a picture. It needs to be beautiful. All right, so we'll add the quinoa here on the side. And then we're gonna add our beans. Let me show you how it's looking. Then we'll add some peppers, some of the roasted peppers.
And I just want to say, I love this quote that you have on your Instagram, which is at the Food Pharmacy Kitchen, y'all. And it says, love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. That is so powerful. Will you say a little bit more about your involvement, how you got involved for Food for Life as we head on out? Take it away.
Absolutely. So I am a pharmacist. I have a doctorate in pharmacy. I know the other side of the healthcare world. And I felt very frustrated. As a pharmacist, I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Like I could not really help my patients get better. And I transitioned into a whole food plant-based lifestyle about 20 years ago. And I wanted to share with the world. I was reading a Vegetarian Times magazine at the time, and I read a column by Dr. Neil Barnard. And I was like, wow, there is a committee of physicians and other healthcare providers, people like me. This is my tribe. I need to connect and I need to find a way to participate and to pay it forward. So I applied to become an instructor. This was back in 2006. And the rest is history. I went to train and I've been involved with the committee ever since, a part of the team with the Geico health improvement employee wellness program and a bunch of other initiatives. So it's been such an honor and really a joy to be able to share the power of food with my community. And now it's even growing because we're reaching communities in other parts of the world. So very, very much a big part of my life.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. and a beautiful blender dance. And check out this incredible bowl, everybody.
Colors here. Let's see if you can see.
Gorgeous.
I'm adding a sweet potato, and then I think I don't want to overdo it here. I might add a little bit of mango here as well, the yellow color in the corner. And then we'll do the sauce at the end.
This truly brings to life Eat the Rainbow. I mean, look at this gorgeousness, everybody. Wow.
All right. Okay, I think that's good enough, I would say. I don't think I forgot anything. So let me bring it a little closer. So before I add the sauce.
Oh, so gorgeous. Look at that, everybody. Now, this looks like this could be any time of day, dinner as well. Yes?
Dinner, lunch, anytime. It really is. My kids always laugh because I say where are we eating today? It's like another Powerball. We'll just make it into a different flavor, different ingredients, but the Powerball is key because you can really incorporate so many foods in one meal. All right, so we put the dressing in there. And also great when you're traveling because you don't need to come up with all these different recipes. You can just use whatever's local. And I'm gonna move here the camera so I can stand in front here and perhaps show you a better shot.
Oh my goodness, that is exquisite. It's gorgeous. We want to thank you so much for this partnership. Food for Life, Physicians Committee, One Healthy World, Dr. Evelisse Capó, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We're on our way out the door here. Everybody, amazing, great. Head on over to pcrm.org. Find out more how you can get involved and sign up now. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us on Lunch Break Live. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.